Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. I'm going to give... Sorry, I hear like my kids running around inside. Okay, guys, I am right on time. It is 6 o'clock, and we are going to be working on a blend on this serpentine dresser. So I am using tonight, I'm using Dark Sea, Abundance, Angel Eyes is the first ones we're going to start with. Hey! Hi! It's Friday. Hey, guys. Make sure you leave me a little comment. Oh, I didn't even introduce myself. Let me do that now that people are popping on. I just started like rambling. I'm Erin. I am the owner of the Fox's Den. I do furniture refinishing, and I am part of Paint Couture's creative team. So welcome on. Hey, hey. Hey, Mom. Y'all, that's Althea. That's my mom. Hey, guys. I don't know if you can tell, I got a new ring light since the last live. I'm like, it's like super bright. So, hey, guys. Hello. Hello. So, again, I'm Erin. Thanks for telling me where you guys are. I love seeing it. All right. Well, let's dive in. I'm going to start. We are doing a kind of rough, moody blend on this piece. I do have further plans for it, but we're not going to be able to do all that in one live. So we'll do some more with this piece later on. Hey, Paint Couture. So we are going to start off with Dark Sea and Abundance. Are going to be the first colors that I'm going to use. Okay, I'm just kind of making sure I have everything, which I do. Hey, Carla. Hey, Frida. Hey, Brenda. Hey, everybody. Nebraska, New Hampshire. Oh, and I'm in Louisiana. So this is Mardi Gras week. Mardi Gras just wrapped up on Tuesday, and Lent was yesterday. So, you know, it's been, kids have been off of school. So we get like 2 spring breaks down here. Okay, so let's get started. I did already do my first 2 coats. I kind of blocked out roughly where I'm going to have all these colors at. Hey, Queenie. Hey, Ronnie. So I did 2 coats of that already and let it dry, and we are ready for tonight. So I'm going to get started. I might tip you down just a little bit. Sorry, guys, so that we can see past the comments. There we go. Perfect. Okay. So I'm going to be using, I have the Paint Couture 2-inch brushes. I really like these. These are, so I've got one for each different color. So I'm going to be using these for each color. All right, let's get painting. Dark Sea. So I'm going to work this in on this side. Oop, and I do see a little spot here I missed. I hope everyone is good. Hope you guys have big plans for your weekend. We're taking the kids hiking this weekend, but other than that, it's just going to be kind of chill. All right, so I've got a little bit of my Dark Sea. I'm going to put some Abundance. Start working this in. So I'm just going to move it in back and forth. And my brushes are damp. They're not dry brushes. They are wet. I had used them earlier today, and then I gave them a really good wash, so they are a bit damp. So you can see we're going back and forth. I'm going to go up and down, side to side, and just feather all of this in. I do want it a little lighter here where the hardware is going to go. Feather that in, and a little darker in the grooves, just for some natural dimension. There. And you can see how our colors are starting to really play in with each other now. And yes, Paint Couture, you can use the extender. I tend to paint pretty fast, but the extender is actually in my cart for my next order. So that's definitely something I'm going to be trying. And the next time we do a blend, we will be doing that together. That is on my to-get list. So we've got this. Like I said, we're making this a little bit more moody. It's not going to be a super clean blend. One of my plans is I'm going to be painting like a vase here. And my goal is I'm going to be painting like a bouquet of flowers, like draping this way and kind of like falling. So this doesn't have to be like the best, smoothest blend because it's going to be a little bit of more of an artistic piece anyway. That is the goal. Coming in with my darker color, the dark sea, just to smooth out these edges. And really, really light. I'm not putting a lot of pressure behind my brush. Me too, Queenie. I love a moody blend. Thank you, Paint Couture. Yeah, that was kind of like my first little practice one. I actually did 2 more practice floral bouquets today, trying to sort out exactly what colors I want to use. And I think I have it sorted out. So I will be doing those for sure. And same on this side as I did on the other side. I'm working in the light color where my hardware is going to go. Working in some more of the dark sea in here. I'm going to get this edge. I'm going to scoot over a little bit so I'm not completely blocking it. Okay, nice and light. I do want a little bit more of my dark sea in this middle. And a little more abundance to feather it in now. There, our bottom drawer. Thank you, Stephanie. Chris, you don't want to use, so this is an acrylic paint, an acrylic based paint. So you can do the water like on your brushes, keep your brush damp, but you really don't want to spray water onto your surface because that's going to probably mess with the binding. There is a built-in top coat, things like that in this paint. So you really don't want to mess with the formula of that too much. But they do have their extender, which you can add to the paint, and it is a water-based extender, and you can add, Paint Couture, correct me if I'm wrong, but you can add up to 10%, I believe, of the extender, or I think 10% is like the sweet spot, to add to your paint to extend your dry time. All right, we are gonna move on up to the next drawer because I'm not using the extender. I like to do kind of like section by section and make sure I'm getting all my coverage. Okay, I'm gonna come in with my dark sea. Dark sea, I used it on this little 2-tiered table the other day and I love it. It is a nice deep blue. Nice deep blue. Not bright. Adding a little bit of my abundance. And these two colors play so well together. And like I said, I don't have to fuss too much with this side because it's just going to go behind a vase and flowers anyway. 10%, good. Yep. Yes. And I believe it's on the YouTube channel as well, Paint Couture, the video. So if you want to go check that out on YouTube, you can. You can go see it and see the video about adding the extender to your paint. And I actually have the little scale that they use in the video, so I'll be able to do the same little thing. Make sure I get the right amount. All right. Smoothing this out. I did this is kind of going to be where my tabletop is later on. So up here is going to be a little bit lighter, I believe. Some of that I'll probably change as I go. Let me get some of this dark in here. If I get in the way, y'all let me know. I try to keep my hair out of the way. I know some of my other creative team members have the same issue. All right. So I'll tell you a crazy story about this piece. Oh, by the way, if you are a Paint Couture retailer, make sure you tag your business in the comments. So let people know where you are so they know if you're their local retailer. So if you are wanting to try any of these products, there's a link up above. You can find your retailer, or they can pop in the comments, tell you where they are. Got a great group of retailers with Paint Couture. So just nice and soft, back and forth. Ooh, I need a little bit more of my dark sea in here, in my little groove. So today I was prepping this piece. I know, curly hair problems. I was prepping this piece today, and like last week I had removed the veneer on top. The veneer was like chipping, and it was just all messed up. So I took the veneer off the top, and it all came off in like one long sheet. And I was like, oh my gosh, that never happens. How cool. Well, I took the dresser out back today to give it a good clean. So I was like spraying it down. And when the water hit the top, it was like this foam beadiness. And I was flabbergasted. I'd never seen that before. I didn't know what was going on. And so there is a maker's stamp on this piece. And when I pulled it up, it is a company out of Wisconsin that operated from like 1880 until 1934, right? And so what that means is the glue on top was animal fat glue. So as I was spraying it with water, I was able to just take my scraper and it scraped all that gunk off. And yeah, that was the first time in my years of doing furniture now that I have dealt with animal fat glue. So, you know, and just so you know, if you come across that, it is only water soluble. You can't remove it with anything else, water only. So I had to just keep wetting it and scraping with my scraper. So the prep process for this took a little longer than intended today. It was quite the surprise. All right, now we're going to move on up to the next drawer, and we're going to work some of our lighter color down again. But now I'm actually going to use some Angel Eyes. It's just a little bit lighter. I know Paint Couture now. Animal fat glue. It really kind of grossed me out. Like it grossed me out. I'm not going to lie. All right, Angel Eyes. Gonna work it down onto this hardware. Well, to the keyhole. There. And I do think I want to bring up a little more dark. I think the dark is ending a little too soon. So we're going to make that happen. I'm going to come up this side a little bit. And we'll get the dark sea. And just bring a little bit of that up in. Because I don't want it to be like the cutoff right where the drawers cut off. Up and down, side to side. There we go. That's going to make it a little more gradual. Same thing on this side. All right. Work it on down in. There. Yeah, these colors are wonderful together. And I always love a blue. I don't know why. I really love blending multiple shades of blue. To be fair, I did just do purple like a couple weeks ago, so, you know. I did step out of it a little bit. All right, I am going to, let's see. I have this Barbados blue. I guess I'm going to work some of that in because I want that to also come down and melt into the angel eyes. So let's get a little bit of that. Just a little bit. Maybe we'll put that on the hardware area here. Oh no, I went too far. That's okay. Just paint. There we go. All right. This lighter, like sky blue. Where's my dark brush? Oh, there it is. Work it in, feather it out. Okay. Work a little bit of dark in those. Okay. I'm mixing up where my brushes are. I think I figured it out now. All right. And so that's the Barbados blue. It dries a little more bright. So we're going to tone it down just a little bit. Tone it down with the angel eyes for this piece so it's a little more gradual. Okay. There. Awesome. We're going to go on up. Me too, Queenie. Me too. I regularly grab the wrong brush and then it's like, oh crap. Thank you, Carrie Elizabeth Vintage. I do see once again, I've still made it a little too light here. And it's just, I feel like it's too sudden of light to dark. So I really Just want a little bit. Just a little bit up into here. There we go. Same thing on the other side. Just a little bit more of the dark sea. Just so it's not so sudden of a light blue. There we go. Yeah. And that's my Barbados brush. There. Okay, moving on up. Now, for these creamy tones at the top, I am using Italian Ivory. Woo, Italian Ivory. I know, paintcouture. It really is hard. I think because what I've got like 6 different brushes down here today. It's ridiculous. And then French Putty. So Italian Ivory and French Putty, we are going to be working down into the rest of these blues. So let's see, do I need to move it? No, I think y'all are good. Let's see, a little bit of Barbados blue on these. But we're still gonna do a little bit of angel eyes. Oh, there. We'll work it down the side. Let's see. Okay. I'm going down these side pieces just lightly. I'll come back and get those, probably just those pieces a little later and smooth out that blend. But I really just want to keep moving on the drawers for today. All right, now I'm going to come in with my cream tones. So I've got French Putty. And I'm going to work the French Putty in here. And I'm going to grab some of the angel eyes. And really work these ones in together because I don't want it too cream. I still want it to be like predominantly blue. There, just kind of like an aged blue look. Same thing in this little divot. I think I'll come over this because I'm going to come in with some of the white here. So I was really torn. I almost did this like a beach scene. Like I was really torn on this piece and I really almost went beach with it, but I have a tendency to go beach very often. So I was like, no, I need to challenge myself and I'm going to do something a little different. And that's why we're doing floral. But, you know, I tend to be really inspired by ocean scenes. Like, I love the beach, love the ocean. So that tends to be what I gravitate towards too. But I really wanted to step out a little bit. Italian Ivory. Doing that next. Use this. I like a whole stack of brushes over here. Italian Ivory going to come in here just to pop it a little lighter. A little more white right there. Just a little bit where these handles are going to go. then just smooth it out with my blue brush. All right. Maybe we need to come down just a tiny bit right here. Just like the tiniest little bit with the cream. Thank you, Colleen. I'm really excited about it. And I'm not going to lie to you. Up until this morning, I really had not decided what I was going to do. So, you know, I can be very indecisive when it comes to my more like, not the customs, like people bring me stuff to do for them and that's like a set plan, you know, we know what we're doing. But when it's something I get to just do whatever I want, I really go back and forth a lot, like a lot about what I want to do. All right, just that little bit of light coming down. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, moving on up. We got another drawer to do. Oh, Chris, it's really not bad. It's really not bad at all. Having a brush for each different color and just really lightly taking your brush back and forth, up and down. It really makes for a nice smooth blend. Like I said, I'm using the Paint Couture 2-inch brushes and I really love these. They're nice and thick. And especially like these are good for blending, but if you're doing like a flat paint as well, I'm currently working on a giant china cabinet for somebody and it's solid white with like gray detailing. These brushes, I did the whole thing, this whole giant china cabinet with one of these brushes and it worked like a dream. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, I know, Colin. You know, I always tell myself I'm going to turn down like things that are boring. But like I also really like money. So, you know, and I try to like space them out, right? So if someone's going to bring me a piece and they want it white, I'll normally talk them into like doing something to it, adding some details. Thank you. Adding some details on them, some, you know, waxing, something a little fun. But I don't know. I also have a hard time saying no. Like I really do. I have a hard time saying no. It is very, very, very rare that I will turn down work. I'll just space it out. So I'll do like a white piece this month and then I'll wait a little bit and I'll do something else like a solid color. But when it comes to my flips, that's where I really like let myself go. So that's what I enjoy a lot. And that's what I'll be always doing with you guys probably, is mostly my flips. There. Okay, moving on up to the top, where we have Italian Ivory and, what was the other one again? French Putty, that's right. I'm going to get French Putty up in these details here. Yeah, I know a lot of furniture artists out there like won't do white. I'm really not one of those. I will do it. I always say that I'm not doing it anymore. But I always do. Hey, Miss Beth. Thank you, Amy. Y'all sitting behind Miss Beth. Back when I used to have a retail store, Miss Beth was one of my vendors over there. She makes some delicious pepper jellies. All right, so we are working in the Italian Ivory here in the middle. And I don't want it too white, so I kind of want the French Putty to be more of my dominant shade. I think that earthy tone is working a little better with the blues. It's for the look that I want. Get these little edges over here. And I am going to have to work up a little bit of the blue, I think. Just a little bit. Let me get down there. So I didn't even add any more paint to this brush. I'm just using what's loaded on it, just to add just a tiny, tiny hint of the blue. There we go. And let's see, kind of come up into these a little bit maybe, and up into here. All right. I'm going to blend back over it with my French putty brush. There we go. All right, I'm going to come over on this side, Italian Ivory. Up and down, side to side, and just kind of push all this paint in together. Get a little bit more blue on the side. Just like we did on the other side. Just a little bit. Okay. Let's see. There we go. There, we're looking good. I agree. Whites are classic. So especially when it's something, you know, that you're going to keep forever and ever and ever, you know, I don't have any problem with doing it. Now, does it, like, painting white after white after white can be, like, frustrating for people, so I get it, but I'll still do it. People know they're going to bring it to me. All right. Look at that. Now, I haven't fully decided what I'm doing with the top. I did put, like a coat of a blend up there, but I'm not super happy with it yet. So that's something I'll decide as time goes on. But let me add this. Add a little bit of the Italian Ivory into the French Putty, just to soften this. Come down. I'm going to do the same thing on this edge, just for my mental well-being, basically. Probably be doing something similar to that on the top. And there we go. Okay, I'm going to step back, see if there's anything I need to touch up. Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Miss Beth. Thank you, Gracie. See if there's anything. I'm pretty happy with it so far. I will be letting this dry and then seeing if there's anything I need to touch up, anything I need to change. I do see this. And if you're doing this, you do want to make sure, thank you, Cindy, you do want to make sure to leave a couple hours in between your coats. I have not always been a patient person, but, you know, give it a couple hours in between coats, do something else, come back. That's what I did on this piece today, and the blend has worked out, like, super well. I am very happy with it. Probably what I'll be doing here is well, I don't have to do anything there because it's going to be covered up with a vase. It's going to be vase and flowers. And I think I'm going to be doing like yellow and blue flowers, and I'll probably be using some of the Luxe metallics for that. Ooh, I'm going to show you guys the hardware. Hang on. So if you do furniture a lot, you know how often you get old pieces and all the hardware is like mismatched. Well, it had every single drop pull original, and I'm doing them in copper. So we're going to be doing copper hardware. Isn't that pretty? It's not gold, Mom. You see? We're doing copper, and I'll be doing copper here, and I think I'll be doing a little bit of like copper drips on this. And mostly I'm bringing that in because the vase for my flowers, I think it's going to be copper as well. So I'll be using the Luxe Metallics copper for that. I know, I'm really excited about it. Like I said, I think the flowers will be blue and yellow. Ooh, let me show you my practice one. Ooh. I'm back. So this is one of my practice boards. I was playing today. So I was playing with doing the copper Luxe Metallics because it's going to be half of a bouquet, right? So I'll have the vase, like half of a vase here, and then the flowers cascading. So those are my practice ones that I was playing with. I think these yellow and blue ones are going to be the winners. Like, I think this would be too much of the copper, maybe. So I think I'm going to be doing the yellow and the blue. But we'll see. So it's always good, you know, if you're going to be doing something like this on a piece of furniture, it's okay to play around first. I like to play around with my colors and see these background colors on here are the same colors I used on the furniture. So it's going to show up and give me like the vibe, how it's all going to vibe together, you know? So, whew. Yeah, I am. I'm going to hand paint the vase and the flowers. I'll probably be doing that Monday night on my page. I think if I have time this weekend to finish up the blend on the sides, I'll be doing that Monday, which I think I will because I have to work tomorrow anyway. So, yeah. So Monday on my page, I'll do the vase and the flowers. But yeah, so I think that's it. Good. That's our blend. So just to recap, we did, because it's 6:38, we did Italian Ivory, French Putty, a little bit of Barbados, just for this brighter blue, Angel Eyes, Abundance, and Dark Sea. And so all those played in together. Yeah, I think the yellow and blue is going to be, especially, I was trying like a pink and blue, but then with this tone here, with this like creamier yellowy tone, I think those yellow flowers will be, you know, really pretty on the front of this. Thank you, Paint Couture. If I can wait, I know I've got some more lives on the Paint Couture page next month. This is my last one for, what month are we in? February, right? Yeah. This is the last one for February, but we'll have some more in March. So starting in March, I'll be every other Monday. So you guys will be able to catch me every other Monday on the Paint Couture page. Thank you, Emily. So I guess we're going to wrap that up for tonight. I am going to go wash 80 billion brushes. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you're watching this on replay, I am going to be coming back through answering questions. And remember, if you are a retailer, thank you, Miriam. If you're a retailer, make sure to tag yourself in these comments so your people can find you. Okay, guys, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday, and we'll see you later. Bye.